Have you ever wondered what it truly looks like when the divine masculine awakens to the sacred bond he shares with his divine feminine? If you've been walking the twin flame path, you know how emotionally intense and spiritually complex this connection can be. Yet for many, the greatest mystery remains. When does the divine masculine finally see it, feel it, embrace it? And perhaps more importantly, what signs reveal that this sacred recognition has begun? In today's video, we're diving deep into the spiritual awakening of the divine masculine, unveiling the hidden signs, emotional transformations, and soul-level realizations that arise when he finally begins to recognize his connection with the divine feminine. This isn't just a conversation about relationships. It's about energy, healing, and awakening across lifetimes. We'll walk you through the phases of his journey so you can understand the deeper purpose behind what you may be experiencing right now, especially if you're feeling distant, confused, or waiting for that sacred reunion. By the end of this video, you'll gain not only clarity, but also comfort and a deeper spiritual understanding of your journey. You'll begin to see the divine masculine's silence, struggle, and seeming indifference through a new lens, one filled with compassion, divine timing, and soul evolution. This insight will empower you, ground you, and help you move forward with greater faith in the path you're on. So, if you're ready to uncover the sacred dance between the divine masculine and feminine, a dance that transcends time and space, then stay with us. This isn't just a video, it's a soul transmission. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, share this message with others on the path, and ring the bell so you won't miss a single step of this divine unfolding. Let's begin. Step 1. The initial awakening, the sudden realization. The journey of the divine masculine begins not with a planned intention, but with a sudden and powerful shift, an unexpected awakening that seems to come out of nowhere. It often starts with an aha moment, a profound realization that shakes the foundation of his current reality. Up until this point, he may have been moving through life on autopilot, unaware of the depth of his connection to the divine feminine, or even the existence of such a sacred bond. But then, something stirs. This awakening might arrive through a vivid dream, an undeniable synchronicity, or a mysterious energetic pull that draws him towards someone he hasn't even met yet in the physical world. Sometimes, it's a moment of silence that echoes with spiritual truth. Sometimes, it's the gaze of a stranger that feels like a soul remembering. Regardless of how it unfolds, it opens a doorway in his consciousness. The veil lifts, and for the first time, he glimpses a deeper reality, one infused with purpose, love, and spiritual resonance. He begins to sense that there is more to life than what he has known, more than routine, more than surface-level relationships, more than the physical world. He may not be able to explain it yet, but he feels it deeply. This is the beginning of something sacred. He realizes that there is a divine thread woven into his story, connecting him to a love that transcends time and space. For many divine masculines, this moment is both electrifying and disorienting. The rush of spiritual energy can feel overwhelming, stirring emotions he doesn't fully understand. Questions arise, doubts surface, yet underneath it all, there is a sense of destiny, an intuitive knowing that this is not just a fleeting moment, but a turning point. This awakening calls him to remember that his connection to the divine feminine is not just romantic, it is a soul-level bond with a higher purpose. This is where the real journey begins. The path ahead may be unclear, but his spirit has been activated. He is no longer asleep to the deeper meaning of his existence. This step marks the beginning of his transformation, the opening of his heart, and the first stirrings of his return to divine union. As we close this first step of the journey, take a moment to reflect on your own awakening. Have you ever experienced a sudden realization or energetic shift that changed the way you saw everything? Perhaps you felt an unexplainable pull towards someone, or a deep sense that there is more to your life than meets the eye. These moments are not random. They are soul whispers guiding you home. If this resonates with you, we'd love to hear your story. Share your thoughts in the comments below, or simply type, "I remember the moment everything changed." Your words may inspire someone else who's just beginning to awaken. Step 2. The resistance, fear of the unknown. As the journey of spiritual awakening begins, one of the most profound challenges arises: resistance. This resistance is not simply a hesitation, it is a deep internal struggle rooted in fear, confusion, and the discomfort of stepping into the unknown. For the divine masculine, this phase can feel overwhelming. The powerful energy of the soul connection begins to stir something ancient and sacred within him, yet he may find himself unable or unwilling to fully grasp its magnitude. The intensity of the bond, the rawness of the emotions it evokes, and the vulnerability it demands can trigger a powerful defensive reaction. Rather than embracing the connection, the divine masculine often chooses to retreat. He may suppress his feelings, deny the significance of the experience, or distance himself entirely from the divine feminine. This resistance doesn't always look like rejection. Instead, it may disguise itself in the form of excessive busyness, relentless focus on career or personal achievements, or diving into other romantic relationships. These distractions act as protective shields, insulating him from the emotional and spiritual transformation that is asking to unfold. But no matter how far he runs, the divine feminine's presence continues to echo in his soul. The universe steps in with undeniable signs, recurring numbers, dreams, memories, songs, and synchronicities that pierce through the fog of avoidance. These gentle yet persistent nudges are the universe's way of reminding him of the sacred contract his soul has agreed to. And slowly, resistance begins to wear thin under the weight of spiritual truth. This stage brings him face to face with his deepest fears: the fear of losing control, the fear of emotional exposure, and perhaps most of all, the fear of surrendering to a love that cannot be explained by logic or reason. Meanwhile, the divine feminine is often embarking on her own journey of awakening, healing, and self-love, frequently during a period of separation. Her growth serves as a mirror that reflects the divine masculine's own inner landscape. Her strength, transformation, and unwavering energetic presence stir something within him, heightening his awareness and intensifying the inner pull toward reunion. Though painful and confusing, this stage of resistance is essential. It is where the divine masculine begins the slow unraveling of old belief systems and defense mechanisms. It is the crucible where fear is transmuted into courage and denial is transformed into spiritual awakening. The resistance marks not an end, but a sacred beginning. The first steps toward embracing a connection that is far greater than the physical and rooted deeply in the soul. Step 3. The awakening of the heart chakra activation. In time, after the storms of resistance have softened and the echoes of the soul's call can no longer be ignored, the divine masculine undergoes a profound shift, an activation of the heart chakra. This moment is not just a turning point, it is a spiritual breakthrough. It marks the beginning of his true awakening, where he no longer sees through the lens of ego or fear, but begins to feel through the wisdom of the heart. This activation is powerful, often sudden, and deeply moving. Emotional barriers that he has spent years, sometimes a lifetime, constructing begin to dissolve. These walls, built to guard against pain, abandonment, or rejection, now collapse under the weight of a love that refuses to be caged. With his heart open, he is flooded with new feelings: compassion, empathy, forgiveness, and an overwhelming sense of divine love. It can be disorienting at first, even frightening, because it touches places within him he has long buried or forgotten. Yet in this sacred unraveling, he begins to see the divine feminine with new eyes. No longer does he view her as just a person he is drawn to, or a romantic partner from his past. He now recognizes her as his spiritual mirror, his divine counterpart, the other half of a sacred soul union. Every memory, every interaction, every lingering emotion begins to make sense in a deeper way. She's not just someone he loves, she is someone his soul has always known. This awakening often brings with it a wave of emotional reckoning. Feelings of regret may surface for the time lost, the words left unsaid, or the pain caused through avoidance and separation. Guilt and unworthiness may rise to the surface as he questions whether he is deserving of such a love. But alongside these emotions, something greater is born. A profound realization that love is not merely attachment, desire, or possession. It is a spiritual force. It is union. It is remembrance. Through the lens of his awakened heart, he begins to honor the divine feminine not only with affection, but with reverence. He sees her soul's light, her strength, her sacred role in his transformation. Gratitude begins to replace resistance. He understands now that their bond is not of this world. It is a divine alignment orchestrated by the universe to awaken both hearts and guide them on a shared path of ascension. This step marks the emergence of the divine masculine from darkness into light, from fear into love. It is the moment when the heart, once silenced, begins to sing its ancient song once again. If you've made it this far on the path with us, take a moment to honor how far you have come. This journey isn't just about understanding the divine masculine, it's about recognizing the healing unfolding within you too. Whether you see yourself in these stages or are witnessing someone you love go through them, your awareness is a powerful step toward transformation. We'd love to hear your story. Have you experienced a similar heart awakening or emotional breakthrough? Share it in the comments below, or if you're not ready to share your full story, simply type, "I open my heart to divine love," as an affirmation. Let this be a sacred space where your voice, your truth, and your heart are fully seen. Step 4. Surrender and acceptance, letting go of the ego. The fourth transformative step in the divine masculine's awakening is perhaps the most humbling and liberating: surrender. At this point, he begins to loosen the grip of the ego, the part of him that craves control, seeks logical explanations, and tries to suppress the overwhelming depth of the connection. He starts to understand that true spiritual love cannot be forced, managed, or fully understood by the mind. It is something sacred that must be felt, trusted, and allowed to unfold in its own divine rhythm. Surrender is not weakness. It is a courageous release of fear, doubt, and the illusion of separation. The divine masculine begins to flow with the higher current of divine timing, no longer resisting or trying to shape the journey to match expectations. He lets go of the urge to fix or control the connection and instead opens his heart to let it evolve organically, free from judgment or interference. In this powerful stage, he starts to embrace his higher purpose, not just in union with the divine feminine, but as a vessel of unconditional love, healing, and transformation for the world. He surrenders his fears of vulnerability, rejection, and commitment, realizing that the love they share is not confined to the physical. It is eternal, boundless, and deeply spiritual. This surrender marks a profound turning point, bringing him a sense of peace, clarity, and a renewed willingness to walk the path ahead with grace, authenticity, and divine trust. Imagine a river flowing freely through a valley. The divine masculine, before surrender, is like a man trying to build dams and redirect the water, believing he must control its path to feel safe. But no matter how many barriers he creates, the river's current eventually finds a way through, reminding him that love, like water, cannot be contained. True surrender happens when he stops fighting the current and steps into the flow. He lays down the tools of control, sits by the riverbank, and begins to trust its direction. In doing so, he no longer fears where it's going or how fast it moves. He simply allows himself to be guided. This is the essence of spiritual surrender, understanding that love is not something to be tamed, but something to be trusted. The moment he stops resisting is the moment he feels peace, not because he has answers, but because he has faith in the journey. This shift brings about not only inner clarity, but also a deeper capacity to love without fear, without condition, and without the weight of needing to know what comes next. Step 5. Union and fulfillment, the sacred union. The final step on this profound spiritual journey is the sacred union, an extraordinary merging of two awakened souls who have each undergone their own transformation through trials, healing, inner resistance, and ultimately, surrender. This is far more than a simple reunion between two individuals. It is the divine convergence of two energies, each embodying a higher consciousness, coming together with shared purpose and unconditional love. It marks the completion of a sacred cycle and the beginning of a new chapter rooted in spiritual fulfillment and universal service. At this stage, the divine masculine reaches a deep, unwavering understanding of his connection to the divine feminine. Any lingering doubts, fears, or resistance dissolve. He no longer questions the intensity of their bond, for he now sees clearly that their connection is not merely emotional or romantic. It is an essential part of his soul's evolution and divine mission. With a heart refined by wisdom and a spirit grounded in maturity, he fully embraces his role. This acceptance does not stem from ego or the need to control, but from a space of pure, selfless love and inner alignment. Likewise, the divine feminine rises in her light, not waiting to be saved or validated, but standing in the power of her own truth, radiance, and spiritual authority. She welcomes the union from a place of balance, wholeness, and surrender to the divine plan. Together, these two souls co-create a sacred space of harmony, where both are free to grow, thrive, and embody their highest selves. As they step into this divine partnership, their shared energy activates a new frequency, one that is anchored in love, healing, and higher purpose. Their relationship becomes a sanctuary of peace, mutual respect, and spiritual evolution. But the impact of their union does not stop with them. Their love becomes a beacon for others, a radiant light that inspires healing, hope, and transformation in the collective consciousness. This sacred union is not the end. It is the beginning of a higher calling. United in divine service, they channel their love and gifts into the world, uplifting humanity, raising vibrations, and helping others remember the truth of their own divine nature. Their love becomes a living testament to what is possible when two souls choose love over fear, surrender over control, and purpose over ego. The awakening of the divine masculine. To his spiritual connection with the divine feminine is not just a moment in time, it is a soul-level rebirth. It is a journey that takes you through layers of illusion, fear, ego, and pain, only to reveal the radiant truth that has always been within you, that love, unconditional, eternal, and sacred, is your true nature. If you are the divine masculine walking this path, know this: your soul chose this for a reason. You are not broken. You are becoming. Every doubt, every dark night, every moment of surrender is forging a deeper connection, not only with your divine feminine, but with your own divine essence. This is not a journey of chasing or fixing. This is a journey of remembering who you truly are, rising in your power, and anchoring divine love into your being. The union you seek is not just with another, but within. And when that inner union takes root, everything begins to align, mirrors, timelines, and hearts alike. So be patient with yourself, honor your growth, embrace your vulnerability, and walk this path with courage, knowing that your soul is guiding you every step of the way. If this message spoke to your heart, I invite you to reflect and leave a comment below with these powerful words. I choose to awaken fully to my divine path. Let it be your affirmation, your intention, your declaration to the universe. And if you found value in this video, please take a moment to like it, share it with someone who may need to hear this, and subscribe to the channel for more twin flame guidance and spiritual insights. There's another video just below this one that dives deeper into this sacred journey. Make sure to watch it next. Thank you for being here, for being brave, and for saying yes to your evolution. Remember, stay grounded, stay open, and always trust the process. Your awakening is the light this world has been waiting for,